Welcome back to the spring campaign. You join me for the fourth installment of this series, and you may hear a renewed sound of optimism in my voice, and that is because we have had a couple really nice sunny days. The days I've been waiting for since the end of April. We're now at the end of May the 22nd. Usually by this point, I've had a decent number of fish on the bank, but I'm still yet to bank my first. I came out yesterday to put out a little bit of bait for today's session, and the fish were here. There were 3 carp swimming around in the margins, and one of them looked quite sizable. The other 2 were respectable mid-doubles. And I put the bait in, I was all giddy, and I waited around to see if they would come in right on the feed, and they didn't. But the fact that I saw them was this huge confidence booster, and I knew that there was a really good chance today that I could come out and I could have one. As I came up over the bridge today and had a look, there was 4 carp, and better yet, they were feeding. They were hungry. I haven't even put a rig in yet. You'll notice I'm right up against this bridge for 2 reasons. Number 1, it's shady and it's hot out there in the sun, but 2, I'm staying back because they're feeding close in. So I've put in a little bit of maize and I can see bubbles rising on the spot already. I'm gonna get a rig in there. Fingers crossed. Cautiously crossed, of course. We don't want to get too optimistic, but I might be able to trip one up today. We're a couple hours in now, and I haven't seen all 4 of those fish pass through here again. I have seen one that sort of comes in, hangs around by the mouth here, and then literally passes under my line and back up along the lead edge. It's as if they know something's up. Those 4 fish that were in here when I first came about, they've suddenly disappeared. But the wind has picked up a bit as well, so that could be a factor that's maybe pushing them out a little further. I'm not entirely sure. I have seen a few fish breach today as well, just out a little further where I had been putting in spoms beforehand. But I don't really want to cast out any further at this time and create too much of a tripwire. They seem to be going back and forth and back and forth. And the last thing I'd want is to put too many obstructions in their way. I want them to feel pretty comfortable hanging around here. So I think I'm going to keep my rig right where it is. I've got a little bit of bait around there, and I know eventually when they come around there's going to be something there for them to feed on, and my rig is right amongst it. So fingers crossed, we still got quite a bit of time left, and it could happen at any moment. I have to admit, it does sting a little bit, sort of brimming with confidence. It was, cautious optimism, but I was quite confident, that I've seen fish in here. I felt like, oh yeah, I was gonna have one. But 6 hours later, I have nothing to show for it. Every time I come back here, there's that next sign, right? That next sign that I'm on the right track. And it's a slow go, that's for sure. But carp fishing will push you to your limit. And on the next beat, to put you on cloud 9. At least they're here. I, being the silly bugger that I am, forgot my headlamp at home. Because I truthfully didn't think I'd actually have to be out this late waiting for a bite. So I have to head home, as the grounds in front of me here are quite treacherous, and not having that headlamp, I can't be sure of my footing, and that could result in myself getting injured, my gear getting damaged, or potentially even harm to the fish. So I have to pack it in. Here we are, our 4th episode. And I'm still without a fish. Guess I'll see you next time. Until then, tight lines.